The next thing we're going to talk about is eighth note rests. Now, just like we relate eighth notes to quarter notes, it takes 2 eighth notes for the same time it takes you to play 1 quarter note, the same thing is true with rests. 2 eighth notes rests equal the same value as 1 quarter note rest or 1 quarter note. Okay? And so what I've done is just take a look at exercise 1. I've illustrated a full bar of just eighth note rests. And so you can see exactly how it looks visually. So when you are reading sheet music and you see a little eighth note rest, you know how much value is taken up based on that rest. And during that time, you play nothing. So let's just put on a metronome at 60 beats per minute, and I'm going to count out what not playing eighth note rest sounds like. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So it's as simple as that. When you see that eighth note rest, it means you don't play anything for the duration of 1 eighth note. Now let's take a look at exercise 2. Exercise 2 basically has a rest on the and of 4. Okay, so you play nothing on the and of 4. I'm going to play this for you guys at 60 and 100 beats per minute. In exercise 3, we have a rest on count 2 as well as count 4. And they're both eighth note rests, so you don't play anything for the value of an eighth note. So the way you can count this if you want is 1 and rest and 3 and rest and. Here we go. I'll play it for you guys at 60 and 100 beats per minute. In exercise 4, we're going to have a rest on count 3 within an actual eighth note beat. So take this one slowly when you first start out, and even if you just have to start with the hi-hat pattern, then add in the snare pattern, then add in the bass drum pattern, whatever you need to do, just start slowly and work your way up to 100 beats per minute. I'll demonstrate it for you now at 60 and again at 100. In exercise 5, we have an eighth note rest groove. Okay, there's 1 eighth note rest, same thing we did in exercise 4, but then we're actually going to play an eighth note rest fill after that. Okay, so we hit the snare, then we rest for 1 count, we hit the high tom, snare, then we rest for 1 count, then we hit the floor tom and 2 snare strokes. So maybe you just need to practice the fill first before actually doing it with the beat, but this is really going to help you internalize, what an eighth note rest sounds like. And not only what it sounds like, what it feels like. So now you'll know what it looks like technically, you'll know what it sounds like, and you'll know what it feels like, which are 3 very, very important elements when learning all these note values and learning all this technical stuff. So I'll demonstrate this for you at 60 and 100 beats per minute. And that is how you play eighth note rest. What I need you to do is learn these starting at 60 and then work your way up to 100 beats per minute. Now, once you can play each of these exercises at 100 beats per minute for 2 minutes straight perfectly, you're ready to move on to the next section.